A talented heiress and a destitute wandering singer met on a rooftop because of a piece of music. They were kindred spirits and fell in love at first sight. They spent a romantic and passionate night together on a park bench. However, when the man found the girl again, he was rejected by her father. The love between the poor boy and the wealthy beauty was shattered by cruel reality. But their moving story did not end there. Soon after, Lyla discovered she was pregnant. Every day, she waited for Luis at the place they first met, but she could not find the figure of her beloved anywhere. And she was even severely reprimanded by her father because of it. After a fierce argument, Lyla ran out the door in grief, only to unfortunately suffer a terrible car accident. Although her consciousness was blurry and her whole body was in agonizing pain, she still wanted to protect the child in her womb. But when she woke up from her coma, her father told her the child had miscarried. Pain and helplessness made her feel utterly despairing. She closed her eyes, wanting to escape this cruel and heartless reality. But what was even more cruel was that she did not know her child had not actually left this world, but was lying in a crib at an orphanage. Moving his tiny hands to the rhythm of the music, a new musical prodigy was born, and music would become the bond for them to recognize each other again. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. Lyla had never walked out of the pain of losing her true love. She gave up the brightly lit cello stage and became a part-time music teacher. Meanwhile, the poor boy Louis also gave up his musical dreams due to the hardships of life and became a real estate agent. But neither of them knew that their child stood on the vast grass every day, waving his arms in the oncoming breeze, feeling the beautiful melodies of nature with his extraordinary musical talent. Because he could hear notes that others could not, he was often viewed as a freak by his peers. But August never responded to these strange looks because his innate intuition made him firmly believe this was his mother calling out to him, only he could not find the sound he wanted here. So he embarked on the road to the city alone. Sure enough, in the big city, he heard sounds he had never heard before, and these chaotic noises echoed in his mind to form beautiful musical notes. He waved his arms, which were full of musical magic, weaving these notes into a magnificent symphony. He tried to feel the clues spanning across time and space through this symphony. A breeze untimely blew away the card in his hand. But the moment he turned his head, a boy playing the guitar came into view. August couldn't help but step forward. That guitar playing was sometimes as intense as a storm, and sometimes as gentle as a breeze brushing the face. He immediately took out the pocket money in his pocket to ask Arthur to play a song for him.
Father, hear me when I call your name.
And this singing voice was exactly the voice of his heart at this moment. He couldn't help but reach out to touch this magical instrument, but was quickly scolded by Arthur to stay away. However, August did not give up because of Arthur's bad attitude. Instead, he took out all the pocket money he had to buy Arthur a delicious meal, which finally gained Arthur's acceptance. Upon learning that August was homeless, Arthur took him to an abandoned concert hall where a group of homeless children like Arthur lived. August saw all of this, yet he decided to join them without hesitation, because the music he was looking for was here. At night, while Wizard was sound asleep, August found the guitar he had been longing for. August simply plucked the strings gently with his thumb, and that crisp and moving sound enchanted him. He tried again to tap the strings with different rhythms, and a beautiful melody suddenly arose, echoing throughout the concert hall. The beautiful music woke the sleeping Wizard and attracted all the little friends to come and appreciate it. The unconventional playing style surprised Wizard greatly. He praised August as a peerless genius chosen by God and taught him his understanding of music through the night. Wizard told August that music is the bond that transmits emotions across the universe. As long as hearts are connected, one can feel the other's existence even across time and space. With just a few short words, August's comprehension of music surpassed that of ordinary people. Early the next morning, Wizard took August to the park to perform. August plucked the strings freely with his unique playing style, and the music flowed naturally like moving clouds and flowing water, flowing in the air like a sweet spring, instantly attracting a large number of passers-by to watch. Just one song earned enough income for a week, which made Wizard look at him with new eyes. He gave August an unusual stage name, August Rush. This name carried the beautiful vision of the future for both of them. Wizard longed for August to become a superstar in the music world, which also meant he could use August to earn more money. August, however, firmly believed that as long as more people knew him, his parents would find him faster. And this firm belief finally pried the gears of fate. On this day, Lyla learned the truth of that year from her dying father.
I made a choice for us.
Where is he?
I don't know.
She was shocked by this sudden news, but it also ignited a glimmer of hope in her heart. She began to frantically search for the child's whereabouts. When she arrived at the Welfare Institute full of anticipation, she was told by the staff that she needed to fill out forms first and then go through a 6-month process. The anger accumulated over 10 years was instantly ignited.
I don't care about your process! Okay?
But Lyla quickly regained her reason. The next day, she found the person in charge of the Welfare Institute and begged if he could help skip the process. But the person in charge angrily rebuked her, asking why she bothered now if she knew it would come to this.
I've always wanted him. I've waited 11 years, 2 months, and 15 days to find out that he's alive.
Lyla's sincere words moved the person in charge, so he agreed to her request. Fortunately, they quickly found a clue. Just as the person in charge went to get the child's information, a half-covered photo attracted Lyla's gaze. She seemed to be pulled by a marvelous emotion. The moment she opened the photo, she determined at a glance that it was her child. But when Lyla arrived at the orphanage, she was told that August had been missing for several days. This roller coaster-like mood left Lyla restless. Just when she was at her wit's end and didn't know what to do, that marvelous emotion surged into her heart again. So Lyla picked up the cello and stepped back onto the brightly lit symphony stage. Aside from performing, she also tried every possible way to find the whereabouts of her child. Soon, the police found a clue about August. However, Wizard, who valued money as much as life, did not want to easily let go of August, this money tree. Wizard lied that the police were coming to take him back to the orphanage and told August to run away quickly, repeatedly warning August never to reveal his real name. August was terrified, but he still used his physical advantage to avoid the police interception. He ran forward desperately, but the police still chased him relentlessly. Fortunately, August caught a train that arrived just in time, finally shaking off the strong policeman. August dragged his exhausted body, his heart filled with fear and unease, but he was immediately attracted by the piano sound coming from the church before his eyes. There he met a little girl named Hope. Hope kindly took him in and actively explained to him how to use the piano and music theory knowledge. August looked at the sheet music in his hand. His fingers gently pressed the piano keys, and inspiration flooded into his mind like a rapid tide. In just a few short hours, he composed a shocking piano piece. After school, Hope was shocked to see the room full of creative manuscripts. She immediately told the priest about this. When the priest arrived, August was affectionately playing his own creation. The priest believed at a glance that he was an angel sent by God. So he decided to follow God's will and send August to the most famous local music academy. After just 1 month of study, August's understanding of music surpassed everyone else. The rhapsody he composed surprised the professor greatly, and even the principal praised him as a musical prodigy rarely seen in a century, inviting him to perform this rhapsody as the finale at the school concert. August behaved very calmly. He simply asked if 100 people would watch the concert. His innocent and cute idea made the whole audience roar with laughter, because concerts at such top world institutions are often hard to get tickets for, and tens of thousands of viewers are not out of the question. Such good news gave August great encouragement. He cheered up and collected inspiration needed for creation everywhere in the school, and then cleverly applied these inspirations to his performance. His unusual talent and meticulous spirit moved every member of the orchestra at all times. Even New York's most famous conductor inexplicably came to provide him with help. He tirelessly cared for this musical genius and even taught August how to use a baton hand in hand. On the other side, Lyla was also invited to participate in this concert. This news was also seen by Louis. He cast everything aside and came to New York desperately to find the love he had waited 12 years for. It was thought that everything would arrive as scheduled, but Wizard found August at this time. Without a word, he wanted to take August away. The conductor asks who he is to August, and Wizard answers in an angry tone, lying that he is August's father. August couldn't bear to leave the concert, but Wizard said if he didn't leave, he would send him back to the orphanage. In panic, August helplessly left with Wizard. Once again, he carried that dilapidated guitar and stood under the big tree to perform. But no matter the environment, August's guitar was still beautiful and moving. And it was exactly this music of kindred spirits that attracted Louis, who was wandering around the park. Although Louis did not know August was his son, he always had a marvelous feeling of old familiarity in his heart. He praised August's unique guitar playing and proposed exchanging instruments to play a song together. The first time the two collaborated, they were full of tacit understanding. Their fingers danced on the guitar strings, and beautiful notes floated in the air, seemingly conveying the emotion that blood is thicker than water in silence. Louis asked August why he buried his musical talent here. August told him he was a student at the music academy named August, and was supposed to participate in the school concert tonight, but was forced to stop due to some matters. Louis encouraged him to bravely face the challenges in life, saying nothing is more important than music, and only music is your final destination. But when Louis wanted to continue asking for specific reasons, he was interrupted by Wizard's scolding voice from afar. Helplessly, the two bid farewell, but their eyes revealed reluctant emotions. The concert arrived as scheduled, and Lyla served as the opening act. Although she hadn't been on stage for 10 years, she was still that popular cellist. Her playing was still so beautiful and moving. Every note contained longing for her beloved, deeply touching the heartstrings of every audience member below the stage. At the same time, it touched August in the distance. So he made a brave decision.
I have to go now. I'm not coming back this time.
Taking advantage of Wizard not reacting yet, August ran frantically toward the direction of the concert. But soon he was driven to a desperate situation by the relentlessly chasing Wizard. Fortunately, at this critical moment, Arthur stepped forward boldly. He used his guitar to ruthlessly knock Wizard to the ground. A thunderous applause resounded through the entire stage. Lyla stood up and gazed affectionately into the distance, her heart full of endless anticipation for the mother-child connection. However, to her regret, August failed to appear at the scene until the concert was nearing its end. Just as the principal was about to announce to the audience that the final performer could not go on stage, Hope rushed over and told her some good news. The spotlight re-illuminated the stage. August stood in the very center of the stage, a musical genius of only 10 years old, waving the baton in his hand with ease. His style was like an unpredictable, mysterious journey. When fast, it was passionate like a storm, and when tender, it was pleasing like gurgling water. Every note was full of passionate calls to his parents, and Lyla seemed to sense this call. She slowly stopped her footsteps of departure. Meanwhile, Louis was also attracted by this beautiful melody. Disregarding everything else, he immediately got out of the car and ran frantically through the rapid traffic toward the concert venue. He anxiously passed through the crowd, impatiently walking toward the stage. Just as he was intoxicated by the heart-gripping music, an inexplicable emotion prompted him to turn his head and look. He saw Lyla. Then he followed her footsteps toward the stage, affectionately approaching her, and slowly held her hand. The promise waited for 12 years was finally realized at this moment. That love at first sight, although spanning the long river of time, was still as intense as a raging bonfire, and August also felt everything behind him. He slowly turned his head to look down the stage. In this warm and touching moment, their gazes intertwined amidst the beautiful music. Great emotions never need any language, but accompany every tomorrow they walk together until forever.